What's going on, everybody? It's Joe here with The Range. So we've got a couple videos for you coming. We are going to do a series on basically wiring accessories for your KRX4 or any side-by-side really. So we've got a ton of stuff going on with the KRX4 here. We're putting in a ton of stuff tonight. We're all kind of together in the garage. So we're gonna do a series. We're gonna start out with opening up the machine, getting into the tunnel and wiring a kind of a fuse panel or switch gear basically. We'll start with that and then we'll wire whips, we'll wire some other stuff. I'll show you real quick on the table over here what we're going to wire today or what we're going to add to the machine anyway. Dave ran home to get the switch panel, so we'll be adding a switch panel. That's where we'll start. We're also going to wire in.
He had one job.
One job, Dave. We're also going to wire in whips. We got rock lights as well for when we're doing night stuff, rock crawling and dunes. Going to be doing both of those. We've got some Baja Designs pods. We're going to be doing some pods in it. We have got, what else? Electrical. We've got the Kawasaki Interactive Display Unit. This is the touchscreen unit that goes in the middle. You don't see a ton of them out there, but it's the touchscreen unit that goes in the middle, has navigation, stereo, all that kind of stuff with it. So with the stereo, we'll be wiring the touchscreen unit. We'll also be adding speakers on all four doors. So we'll be doing that, and then we'll be doing cameras front and rear as well. So that's another cool thing with this interactive display unit. Reverse cameras, front camera for rock crawling and that kind of stuff. We'll add harnesses as well. So those are going to go in as well, and then some gear from Viper. That's not really kind of related to wiring or whatever. We'll be adding that as well in today's video. So like I said, we're going to do a quick series here. We'll show you how to pull the tunnel apart. We'll kind of talk through that process and then show you how to wire the switch gear to it and then add some accessories to it as well. So with that said, let's get started. What's going on, everybody? We're back. It's day 2 of wiring. So this is the first of the series of videos that we're going to do. No, I got to be in here. I want to run you through real quick what we did with wiring. We did a bunch of what do you call that? Time-lapse video that you'll kind of see in between, but we've got a ton going on here. What I'm going to cover in this one is just how we wired the switch panel. So you can see that. You'll see there's a bunch of other stuff going on as well as I kind of look at it and run you through it or whatever. We have a ton of stuff going on. We'll explain the rest of the stuff in kind of a separate video about adding accessories to that. We'll show you where we ran the wires and how we ran the wires for whips, rock lights, pod lights, and what else? I think that's it, right?
No, whips and rock lights are together because they're all synced.
Yeah, yep. So we'll show you kind of what we did for wiring those. But just the switch panel that we ran an Auxbeam. I think it's an Auxbeam. If it's not an Auxbeam, they have Auxbeam ones or whatever. Switch panel. It's a little switch panel that you run, and you have 8 or 10 8-gang switch is what we got. An 8-gang switch panel to be able to have a bunch of switches all at once. So I'll show you what we did. You've got right here our cable right here for the battery. So this is our hot, and we ran it all the way back to the battery. You do have a bus bar in here that is available. This is kind of stock on the machine, and as you can see, we have a bunch of other stuff going to it. But we wanted to make sure we had all the power we needed. This has a 60 amp kind of shut off on it. So it has that kind of inline or whatever. So we ran it through that, ran it back to the battery through it. And then we ran to our switch panel, and this is where we mounted our switch panel, kind of against the firewall in the back. It is double-sided, sticky taped and zip tied to the back there. Ran our positive lead and our negative lead back to there. So now all the rest of the accessories, we'll just be able to run them to this, put them in, there already be a switch kind of dedicated to it and ready to go. So that's how we ran the wiring for it. The negative or whatever, the ground, we ran right to the ground that's on the bus bar. This bus bar has ground and accessory power on it already, so turn the key on, keyed power. And then we also ran battery power here, constant power for something else that we're doing. So that's how we ran the wire for it. Sits right in the back there. Our control panel, Garrett will be nice enough to take a shot later once we get it done. Our control panel is going to sit right in here, kind of where the cup holders are. If you have a KRX, you know that the front cup holders are all but useless. So our switch panel is going to go kind of right in front of the switch panel there. So that's it. That's how we wired up the switch panel. So you can see, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. We'll obviously leave a link to the Auxbeam switch panel that we used in the description. If you want to pick it up on Amazon, you can get it there. So we'll leave a link in the description for you there. And then if you have questions, feel free to pop them in there as well. We're big fans of this panel. We've used it in 2 different rigs now. I had it in my Honda. Dave had it in his XRC. But yeah, they just make things so easy. So once you get done through this, with this pain of wiring the big battery cable and everything else, adding accessories is super quick and easy. You pop this out, which on the KRX is actually relatively easy to pop this front panel out. And then you can access your switch panel there, drop your wires in, and your accessories are wired. So easy stuff. So anyway. Anyway, that's it. So that's it for the first video of this kind of short little series. Like I said, Dave and or Garrett will run you through the how we ran the wires for the rest of the accessories, what we ran, and how they came up to it. So how they tidied it up. Garrett is a master wirer, so hopefully you can learn from a little bit of his experience. Yeah, so he's good at it. So things usually turn out well. So hopefully you can get some tips and tricks there. But if you have any, you can leave those in the comments below as well. So guys, that's it for this one. If you have any, if you need any parts or accessories or anything else, check the links in the description for those. We have plenty of parts on our website, derangedoffroad.com. You'll also find links to Amazon and other places for parts and stuff that we've used here. So, but that's all, guys. Appreciate you watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and then ride safe, pack out what you pack in, and we'll see you on the next one.